Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to my home and welcome to our sacred space that I've prepared for us here today. So, I do want to let you know that meditation is a great way to balance your life. No matter what your belief system is, no matter what it is, um, first of all, you can change it. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to change your belief system based on what you've learned through life thus far rather than what you believed as a child um, or a youth. It's okay to move along, but basically where I was going with this is meditation is good for anybody, and it has really helped me balance my day and feel somewhat in control during a part of my life where I do not have control of a lot of things, and I feel pretty. It's a pretty difficult time for me, but this meditation has really come a long way for me, and I appreciate that you guys are here with me doing this. Um, it really means a lot to me. You guys are my support group in this. But I also want you to know that, like, if you wanted to start a practice, you just tune in every day. It's easy, it's passive, and then you can always add to it. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do your daily tarot meditation. Um, I hope I'm not repeating myself. Uh, I have this is not my first take here. You can see by the fact that I've already had some coffee to drink and I've already pulled our card of the day. So let's move on to our card of the day. Because I don't edit these videos, I do often end up doing more than one take. Because if I mess up really badly, then I do like to start over. Well, anyway, we are going to go ahead and move on to your card of the day, which is the desert. And as I read to you from the Kim Krans Wild Unknown Archetype, you can take a look at this desert card as I read. And I have it marked, so it shouldn't take too much time to find it. All right, here we go. I'm just going to read to you from here. The desert, the drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day to day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes all call surround you. Their calls surround you. Let the winds and the sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. Um, she also suggests, in going further, she often gives literary suggestions, and she suggested Dune by Frank Herbert, which I can say that even if you do not like science fiction, it is something you would love. Whoops. I dropped our thought of the day, and I'm not ready to start over, so pardon me. We're just going to go ahead and grab it and put it back up here like that. All right, I think we're ready to go ahead and turn over some of the cards. No, I haven't shown you the card toppers yet, have I? So let's do that. We've got A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens on your first card. On your second card, we have Bacchus, god of wine, otherwise known as Grape Face. We have the god of America, Coca-Cola. I know it's not the god of America. I'm sorry. That was supposed to be a stupid joke, and it was stupid. Here you go. Put it right there. Unbelievable. I'm refusing to do a new take at this point. Okay, here's Miss BettyBoop. So I hope I'm not too offensive. I'm going to try. I'm going to try not to be. I'm going to have a sip of coffee while you guys decide what card you want to pick for today. Okay, so if you need more time to pick a card, please go ahead and feel free to pause this video for as long as you need so that you can pick your card or your card topper. The desert is transformation, basically. It is actually what I would call a transition from one place to another. And the actual transition, there's transformation, and then the transition happens at the end of transformation as you're moving into your new self. And that is sometimes the very most difficult part of transformation, is transition. And that's what we're talking about with the desert. So now we're going to turn over the card that's under A Tale of Two Cities, and we shall see the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is a youth. The page has male and female energies. This flower right here is called a fuchsia. You know what it stands for? It stands for good taste. So this card happened to be pulled upside down when I did pull it. So there are some things I want to kind of warn you about. And one of those things is you're being a little bit unrealistic about something. There's something that is obvious that you need to look at. And you know, as I read your cards, I'm thinking about myself as well. And I keep getting this message. There's something I should be seeing that I'm not seeing. Almost belligerently not seeing. Almost like not looking on purpose. So I'm taking that admonition to heart, as if you pick this card, as you may. So the page also in and of itself, all pages pretty much represent transformation as well. So we're talking about a great transformation as your mood for today. Transformation. Not always easy, but not always something that you have to force. It's kind of something that happens. Transformation. When you get to transformation, the stuff you've already done the stuff to get there. We're going to turn over Bacchus, the next card. Another transformation card. Yes, it says the close at the bottom, but anybody who can see and knows a little bit about any kind of symbolism will recognize this as the Death card, which is a transformation card. It's also a transition card. This is the card. We've got a lot going on here. So this card, it gets a bad rap. It's called the Death card, but it's actually, in reality, the meaning of this card has to do with life and death. 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 We have periwinkles, beginnings, barrage, endings. We have the crane here, beginnings, and we have the owl, endings. Actually, it's day and night. The crane is a day. The owl is at night. We also have the evergreens here are about everlasting, being everlasting. We also have this moth here that is about the spirit. So this is a transition of spirit, a transition of soul. And again, this is not something that this is something that can happen to you It's not something that you have to do action. You've already done the actions to get to this point and make it through. Um, I want to spend more time on this card because I don't want you to be afraid about death, because that's not what this card is representing. Um, it is representing death, but it's representing more transition. I have had this card represent death before, and so I can assure you that I do not feel that energy here now. What I feel is transformation. Um, when I felt it before, one particular time, it was actually a woman who had just come from a funeral, and so it wasn't even a surprise to her. So here's our Coca-Cola. I think I might have to put my hand back here to get a good picture of that. And your card is the Eight of Cups, and here's the thing. This card, this card is kind of, I don't know, I think of it as a little bit backwards, because when it's right side up, we won't talk about what it means, because it wasn't right side up. It was upside down, which actually means good things. It actually means like gaiety. It actually means joy. It actually means lightheartedness and festival, almost like a celebration at the end of a transition. In other words, you made it through high school and you had graduation, and now you're having a little, it's a small gathering, but it is feeling joy and lightness from that transition coming through. So we have a lot going on today. It seems like the cards are more related than usual to one another. Um, when you do readings for a lot of people at once, sometimes you get lots of messages all over the map. We're going to go ahead and turn over BettyBoop. We're going to show her up very close though, because the detail on this pin is darling, as is BettyBoop. And you have the Page of Cups, which yet again is another transition card. How about that? Again, this is a youth, male and female energies. Also, these flowers right here, they are called I don't remember what they're called, but you know what they represent? They represent beauty and art. So if you feel creative today, create. If you feel like going to the art museum, go to the art museum. If you feel like buying flowers for your table, buy flowers for your table. This card is all about daydreaming and then making those daydreams a reality. So get to creating. This is your card. Your transition seems a little bit less dramatic than some of the others here today, and also a little bit more pleasant seeming, although you still have the desert. So keep that desert transition in mind. And it looks like we've come to the end of our rainbow. You guys rocked it. Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. You guys have really helped me through some difficult times. You guys are my support. And so I appreciate every time you come, even if it's intermittent. I just love it. I love you guys that come every day. It makes a real difference in my life. So here we are. I hope you were able to get something helpful or hopeful to help fuel your time ahead. So do take what resonates with you, but also please don't make life-altering decisions or changes based on video pick-a-card readings. Please do like, please do subscribe, please share, and do come back tomorrow. Love you. Take care.